Let's jump right into this explainer, because today we're unpacking what has to be one of the most intense, high-stakes divine contracts in all of ancient literature, Deuteronomy 28. It's a text entirely defined by this dramatic duality. It presents an absolute choice with consequences so extreme they literally shaped the foundation of ancient society.
The text hooks us right out of the gate with these absolute heights of power. We aren't just talking about scraping by or surviving here. We're talking about unparalleled supremacy. If the contract is strictly obeyed, the promise is absolute. The people will be the head and never the tail, elevated entirely above all other nations. It's the ultimate ancient success story.
Moving into the first part of this text, the setup and the reward. So, these opening 14 verses, they promise nothing short of a utopian society. Literally every conceivable aspect of ancient life is covered here. Economically, they'll lend to many and borrow from none. Agriculturally, every single crop and storehouse just overflows. Socially, they're set on high, commanding absolute awe from the rest of the world. It's a total dream scenario.
And to guarantee that utopian peace, well, the text offers some massive divine protection. Verse 7 gives us this incredible image. Enemies might attack from one direction, but they're going to be so utterly overwhelmed they'll end up fleeing in 7 different ways. It's this vivid, almost mathematical metaphor for total, flawless victory.
But then we hit section 2, the reversal, catastrophic curses.
Right at verse 15, we hit a stark, incredibly ominous tonal shift. Notice the immediate poetic irony in how the text systematically undoes every single blessing it just set up. If you were blessed in the city and blessed in the field, well, now you are cursed in both. It is a terrifying one-to-one mirror of destruction. Whatever was built up is torn right back down.
To really grasp the sheer volume of these curses, and they run for over 50 grueling verses, by the way, we can group them into rapid-fire categories of total societal collapse. Biologically, the text warns of madness and incurable disease. Environmentally, the sky turns to brass and the earth to iron, with rain just turning to dust. Economically, locusts consume the crops, and suddenly, the stranger is the one lending to you. It's a complete system failure.
Remember that metaphor of total victory from just a few verses ago? Well, in verse 25, we see a horrifying military reversal using that exact same number. Now, the text states that the Israelites are the ones who will march out one way against their enemies, only to be forced to flee 7 ways before them. The divine shield is entirely inverted. It's completely flipped on its head.
And the national curses eventually escalate into just unthinkable horror, really climaxing in the devastating realities of ancient siege warfare. A fierce foreign nation will besiege their gates until the high walls come down. And the text describes starvation so absolute, so desperate, that the most tender and delicate members of society will turn in secret to eating their own children just to survive. It's unimaginably dark.
This terrifying descent concludes in verse 68 with the ultimate tragic irony. The final curse is a forced return to Egypt, their original place of enslavement, this time in ships. But here's the absolute lowest point. They're going to offer themselves for sale to their enemies, but they'll be deemed so utterly worthless that no one will even buy them.
It's rock bottom.
As we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a final provocative thought. What is the immense psychological weight of living under such an absolute life-or-death ancient treaty? To know that boundless prosperity and horrifying annihilation are separated by a single choice, the choice to diligently hearken to or completely forsake this text. It really forces us to realize just how extreme the stakes of this ancient document truly were.